Yeah, but... Oh, that's never gonna... If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rare. Oh... Oh, they've been... Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but... Oh, that's never gonna work. If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rare. Oh... Quick, hide! We almost got spotted! Phew! That was a close call. Watch out! It's coming this way!
You look weak, Columbina. The old you would never have let such lowly creep. Freedom comes at a heavy...
It's Arlen!
Hello again, Columbina. And greetings.
It's been a while. Stupid right here. He sure doesn't pull his...
Excuse me, do you need a hand?
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Wait a minute.
Hello, Miss Sandrone. Father...
How can... Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my... Nearly every machine that cat girl touches ends up going haywire. Go put her...
Then let's start down...
You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make it...
It's a relief to see you all made it.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing.
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Aino and Anefa to set up the decoys and buy some...
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent...
I see. Then let's get right... But first, who do we have here?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arla...
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes. Oh, where have I...
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you are more than just a Tea Party but...
You are well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here...
Oh,
A Fatui Harbinger.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we...
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes stopping... Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. We have our own way of doing things here in Nodcry.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the Anyway, what else is on the agenda?
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the details. But she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. Guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of...
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehoda, time to share that top secret intel.
All right,
The dregs of the Crimson Moon.
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of other stuff from the time of
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties. Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from. But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it. And how.
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, in those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as. What's the matter?
Granddaughter! Flinders!
Interesting. Anything else?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. The Lindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me, though, were these pure-blood Conrians we're talking?
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure-blood Conrian, oh yeah, just like how it was with the cat.
If we could somehow find her.
It's possible, but it would take a miracle. We can't. That merchant who Nefer knows, Dori Sangama Bay.
All right, then. Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino. As for the...
On the way over here, I noticed that the wild. At this rate, the people living here will be in grave.
I'll head back to the Curatorium.
Feels good knowing we've all got something to be getting on with. Given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Lightkeepers have likely begun their own operations too. If that is the case, someone will need to pass. I'll hold the fort for now. Then discuss our next move with Flints, Ino, and Anefa when they get back.
All right then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything.
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. Stay safe, everyone.
We're back. Did we get here a little early?
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, everything going smoothly?
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired. Oh, right. Inefa, could you fill in Uncle Varka?
Sure. Uncle Barca, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source of the Wild Hunt in Amsvartnir, but according to Flintz's intel, that was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words, in theory at least, he still lacked the means to act in two places at once.
Flints, with everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Nodcry are rallying to fight back against the Wild Hunt. They're gonna need your help. I know. I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoys. And Effa and I will head back over to Amsvartnir to see if there's a...
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I?
Database updated. Reliability of Ino's predictions
what it... it's the obvious.
We already decided that someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides, you still haven't
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment.
Here, this will serve as a good...
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us up, we still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here.
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of the last surviving embers of the Two Worlds Flames.
Huh? Are you serious? As in,
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, whenever I experienced exactly. That is why my hands are like this too. At first, I saw it only as a curse. But once I became a harbinger, the jester apprised me, together with my own investigations over the past few years. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon. Since this blood flame, you all understand the nature.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd...
Yes. And that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too Anyway, the rest of my...
Paimon has a question. So, the Crimson Moon that the Karians used to worship was actually the iridescent moon, right? Does that mean that the Karians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost Moon Scions are to the Frost Moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like, but I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moons remain. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the Abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal... Still, even with the dark sun looming high...
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar when I looked at you. I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up at... Anyway, time is against us. I just want to make sure I've got one...
That's right. For now, the iridescent moon is already...
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started?
When I first became a harbinger, the jester gave me a book called Harry. Also known... You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era. But setting aside the tangled romances of its characters, in the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from beyond the bounds of this world.
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson. The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, within the fireplace, the book leaves much unsaid. But I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had enrolled.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only...
There's no fireplace here. Do you see a chimney anywhere?
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two worlds. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In short, I can open a passage to that space for you. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open, so I won't be able to come with you. Very well. Then I'll...
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you would. Thank you.
Mistress of the 7 hues of ages past, Great Mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms. By fire severed, by fire renewed. I offer myself now and beseech your descent. One word of advice. As your cross...
Got it!
I sense a sinister gloom inside. But I feel that I am about to meet an old friend.
Take me up!
Your presence and craving death and rebirth. Wait, why are you? You have crossed over from another world.
Hey! Look up at the sky! A red moon! This must be the spot, right? Is that the abyss?
What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like...
Careful! There's something spooky about this place. Paimon's right behind me. By the way, Alambina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole, Paimon. How is that possible?
Take me up! Lockdown! Bullseye! Lockdown!
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Bullseye! Hold on to your hats. Rise with the sun! Light of the blazing sun! Burn it down! Ha! Open fire! Bullseye!
Solidify!
Yeah! Take me up! Open fire! Ha!
Huh? Huh? For real? That's way too hot.
No. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water. Wait, see that? Looks... systems running. Do you think these mechanisms...
Thelindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll...
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
My Lindis? Is that Rear's girlfriend? How come we're here? Oh, yeah. So
the Abyss has made this space extremely... Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were preserved here.
Whenever I see this view, it takes me back. Waning moon. Oh, lifeless damsel. Weeping on the mountain. For me, of all people, to be here investigating the mysteries of the Crimson Moon space.
Looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
Fire in the hole! Rise with the sun!
I see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to... if it really does exist.
Take cover behind the rocks!
With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able to access... Oh, Revier. With every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since that outsider set foot in Conria, if only I could get my hand...
Hey, look! The moon's reflection is back to normal. Lindis's voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow.
It must be. For within it...
And there's no time to lose!
Light it up!
These things are so creepy! Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow.
Burn it down!
That must be the iridescent moon's marrow! Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it!
iridescent moon's marrow. Still burning away, like if we can purify the abyssal power.
Huh? At long last. I'm sorry. I lied to you. Even the moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Tell me, what was it that brought you to us all that time ago? If only I had possessed you. You look so... But trust me when I say that everything...
What was that all about? Was it? It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But
Perhaps she took me for a fading soul like hers. Our aura.
But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow. All right, time to leave. That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon.
Huh?
Oh, lifeless damsel.
Oh. Hurry! The place is collapsing!
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy.
Give it back! The crimson moons! My marrow! My heart!
Finally! Huh? Oh no! The exit's blocked! They're back! Now what do we do?
This is where you fall. Witness my rise. What are you waiting for?
Oh, we made it! Was that you, Arlequin? Wait, your hands!
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry. No. I have paid the price.
Oh,
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is I was simply holding up my end of the deal.
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, feeling stronger?
hey, Columbina, are you...
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch.
It's still not enough. Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would. It's okay. I can...
How about now?
At the very least, I want to see him gone from Not Cry. The ray here of Solnari and his wild hunt must be...
Well, it's good to have something to aim for. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp, but now, you're...
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina.
A new name?
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code names. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. All I'll say is this. Once you've defeated... All right. That's it from...
You're the best!
I appreciate the...
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored... Mission accomplished! Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing. Do you think the others are making... Huh! Hey, Lance!
All is well, thank you.
I ran into Miss Anefa and Miss Aino on the way back. Their work is still in...
You seem rather cheerful.
I certainly am. I achieved what I set out to do and came away with more than I bargained. Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but
We meet again.
Albino! What are you doing here?
That would be a natural assumption to make.
these two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the wild hunt. And given how people of outstanding...
So? Who's your travel buddy, Albino?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
A gentleman of few words, I see.
It's nice to meet you. Again.
Wait a sec!
That's right. It's me.
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop...
Yeah, I'm...
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on whether one's name...
Wow! You look so different!
Thank you, Paimon.
Wow! You're such a smooth talker now! Paimon could get used to this. From now on, you may refer to her as your esteemed guide, Paimon.
Personally, I think our little Paimon is the perfect... When people call her little Paimon...
You're absolutely right, Miss Lau.
She's been catching up with old friends.
Uh-oh. People are talking about...
Judging from your expressions, I'm...
It's getting crowded here.
No need. This is a job...
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll be meeting Sandrone shortly, as we...
We really appreciate your help.
Oh, come on. Spare the formalities.
I understand.
Oh, this place is hopping.
Are you saying we're about to...
As a matter of fact, I am. I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. Though, it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed to rope in a colleague too.
Frankly, you and Paimon are the...
This here is Deansliff, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the Traveler. Well, not exactly colleagues, more so...
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're speaking to someone important.
Let's hear what he has.
Note to self. Once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon follow.
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our mutual enemy, would that earn me a seat at the table?
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Mr. Dainsliff, though I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey,
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs. I've missed this.
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human conversation. Trying to decipher Albedo's way of speaking has been like jumping in at the deep end.
Oh, good point. Paimon gets you now. Don't sweat it. There are people who go their whole lives without getting the hang of it. You're ahead of the game already.
I wonder what's taking Nefer so long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her.
I just got back from the curator.
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering intel is her specialty, I'm guessing she'd prefer to keep under such circumstances.
Oh, but it's fine for me.
What can I say?
Impressive. She barely fought back at all. I admire...
As I'm sure Miss Lauma will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always pitch in with other people's...
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like a true...
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before the meeting. And feel free to chat amongst your...
A sight to behold.
An insurmountable... Chamber full and...
Truth be told, I can't...
You're not alone there, my friend.
I don't doubt that.
Itlua is a good apple.
So you're what? Come on.
Sorry.
Let's just keep this between us.
That goes without saying.
Anyone else in the know? Let me guess.
It's dangerous being too sharp for one.
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon Barbados himself.
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically best buds.
Of course. Just as long as you...
Fair. Is there something you'd like to
Yeah! For starters, why'd you just show up here without even...
If you think back to our previous interactions, you may recall...
You do have a point there. Oh yeah! You'll need to find somewhere to stay the night too.
Sure.
Great! Paimon will... and in return, we can get...
If that's what you had in mind, you
Oh, okay. Anyway, since we're all here to...
Indeed.
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start us off with an item? Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not,
That sounds like a lovely idea.
I dabble occasionally.
He's an excellent painter. Tables, chairs, people.
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance, I'd like to give it a try myself.
I'll bear that in mind. Anyway, how about you, Durin? What sort of portrait would you prefer?
Oh, whatever style feels best to you.
Very well.
You can replicate any style I want.
I can try. If you show me a sample, I'll do my best.
Thank you.
Ah, Miss Nefer. You made it after all. But what about you?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to...
So much for...
Not so loud! We're on a roll here.
Huh? I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at night.
Anyway, before we begin, there's first up, we have Miss Luma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Nodcry. Then there's Miss Nefer, boss of the Curatorium of Secrets, an intel gatherer extraordinaire. Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background, assisted by Yehoda and Lauma. Over here, we have Mr. Flintz, a ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, for those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Alba. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbina. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and...
Wow! That's a lot of people.
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way.
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more intelligence about the
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take...
It's my eyes, is...
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're...
My name is Dainsliff. And yes, I am from Conria.
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure yourself.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify...
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends. What am I missing here?
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the five sinners. I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The visionary, Vedafinir, who wished to foretell the future. The wise, Haroptatir, who sought limitless knowledge. Gold, Rhindaughter, who desired to create life. The foul, Sertologi, who... And last, but not least, Raker of Solnari. Of the five, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions. So what changed in the space of a single night?
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you?
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give?
Strangely, now that it comes to it, the fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no back centuries on. But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedafenir, the very person I had come to rescue,
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Danes.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Rerir was not all. Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery.
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful in the lighthouse.
Hey, enough with the wisecracks! Besides, isn't that
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment. If that was a little over the...
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif.
Before that, there's a few things I'd like to share.
Now that we've united the hearts of the three...
You've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. From the moment I was born, so far, even so...
Kuta.
Defeating the Rayhir of Solnari.
Naturally.
We've considered several viable plans now. But our choice, is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experiences shape the person or monster? Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer. Believe me when I say it's not my wish to burden you. But right now...
So you're placing all your...
We can't thank you enough.
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then flinces insincere
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me. That's all.
I almost don't want to leave the...
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer. So...
Oh? And what makes you so
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep...
Look at them getting along so well.
And I'm the one they accuse.
Miss Lauma, you have to understand...
Is that right? Well, maybe the fact that I'm willing to put my...
Anyway, Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk. And traveler...
This whole experience is teaching me... Why? You think I've...
Quite the...
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a...
That's very Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rerir's past, and you seem fairly familiar. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should...
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I...
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate appreciate you too.
That's one way to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been... Alright, so the reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the diver, you are my Once the ceremony begins, we will... Lastly, and...
Well, good luck, everyone. Sounds like all Paimon
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. In the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first...
I second that. This is a dangerous operation.
So, Paimon's like...
Good. Please.
So, did Mr. Dainsliff tell you anything?
He told me that he believes Rarier kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were...
But surely you're not planning to...
If you think that, you'd be... But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into Conry...
Well, as...
You're
All right, I'm good.
All set over here, too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Close your... Phew. Could this be his pretty standard setup? According to Dainsliff, Rarier used to be an intelligence operative. Is this where you keep your secrets? He looks even gloomier than last time. A file tucked inside a folder. But at this stage, I have no idea. Wonder what kind of encryption technique this is. Aha.
Please, hear me out. I can't shake this feeling that I saw someone dressed in all black. It was a couple of days back, but...
There's a note in the margin. Surveillance of the Runfather residence has concluded. Could the voice in the recording belong to one... Bookshelves full of documents. Looks like these are all... The Crimson Moon dynasty preceded the eclipse. Since Rarier worked as a secret agent during the latter, it stands to reason that he was tapped. Yep. Lines... He looks even gloomier than...
Today's files are in. Time to... Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has neutralized. This one should be archived under Purge. Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. Neutralized. Another one for Purge. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never. Male, 40. Occupation, teacher. Neutralized. Just another nobody. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority in the past. Female. Neutralized. Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None. Female, 13. Occupation, not neutralized. Filed. Male, neutralized. Male.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate line of work. Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts.
A box containing a ring inlaid must be for his.
Mr. Vedifalnir?
Revier, I trust you're here.
Forgive me. I wasn't... Tell me. Does someone in your position ever feel the...
It is indeed within my power to foresee.
I was just thinking.
That isn't a lie. Ever since that day we met for drinks,
Does it feel good?
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power... You fear my...
That's right.
The burden of prophecy.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear?
Or rather, our king...
You're closer to his majesty than I am.
You say that as though it is to my benefit.
You are so...
Very well then. Let me offer you some advice. And I say this for many reasons. There is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness. If
Hold on. There's that same black fox.
Wait. Hear me out. His name is Rayrir.
What did you...
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man...
Why are you...
Simple. I want you to kill him.
No, absolutely not. I'm
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last? Do not.
The blood of the Crimson Moon? You think that alone is reason and—
Why wouldn't it be? You too were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me.
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty.
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? The Vinster King. A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a mic. If you can't bring yourself to do it.
The ray here of soul. That really is quite a secret you've been keeping from. But who am I to talk? Love should be built on honesty. Is it really so wrong to hide things that would— Vedifulnir must have known all this. And that's why— But I won't just sit by and watch this disaster on— No matter who I—
Huh? Was that Rerir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out. Deli.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be. So many have died already. We're not going to survive. Felindis, are you—
Sorry, Freether. I heard you, though. He's just following the king's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down—
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives.
No. Rerir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only Truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much no one knows I have any connection to any of it.
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk sense into that raving lunatic of a king?
I'll work something out. Don't forget that Rerir is an Eclipse operative. You need to be extra careful. For now, don't come looking for me.
If even you can't escape this—
I won't speak in his defense. Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape—
You called that—
I've got a job, and there's still money coming in.
No more lies. Can't hide the truth. No more lies.
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in blood?
Why would it? Can we all make sure you have a firm grip on the handle, then choose your ammo well. Keep your movements light and brisk, and the prey won't sense a thing.
I doubt that. I'll bet no one's ever died a quiet death at your hand.
I work clean. No traces.
That doesn't make it open or door. The king happens to meet you right now. What if someday he doesn't?
That won't happen.
Instead, ever since you fell into the spell of that power, in the beginning, you only had to take out a handful of entities. But now,
The ones I dealt with have always been guilty, and I've carried out my work flawlessly.
you know why Felindis was such a proposal, don't you? Was it because
The Lindis. Do you still
Orla.
the boy who was pretending to sell flowers?
Yes, what about?
He was arrested.
He...
I just don't get it! After everything he's... Or does it mean nothing to you that...
No, that's not...
I need to go now, the Lindis. If...
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, all subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... No progress whatsoever. Things are getting worse but... if all this research comes... But... Could he... No. Surely...
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this. Would we? Today's files are... No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Thelindis? No. Why? But you Baron, how could you possibly have anything to do with them? A diluted bloodline. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself. Irminsul. Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? No. This cannot go on. I am.
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. But... if you let me go, you won't be...
Good point.
No, please! I just want to see the
Go on living?
Yes. I know...
If I let you leave, what will become of me? But remember, don't let anyone know you were caught. We'll be seeing each other again very soon if you do.
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedifalnir. What are you trying to do? Break me down?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. But now I know exactly. He won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps trying. Tell me then. What will this moment and...
So, the Eclipse Dynasty was purging, well, massacring. The king's obsession with abyssal power left the future of and it looks like this, it almost defies. And why does Vedderfanir, Dainsleif's older brother, keep talking in Rarier's head? The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow, time for something. We've been inside. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines. And now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever...
Rairir, are you there? Hey, Rairir! Come out, it's urgent!
Dane?
Quick, come with me. All right then, but make it...
I've never seen Dane so worked up before.
Well, this is a nice change.
Don't be ridiculous. We do not...
You might ask your blade that the word on the street...
If this is your way of...
Oh, we can...
Robdatir. What brings you...
Why, Dainsleif, of course. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rheindotter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king.
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning. Your president of the Vice President Veet doesn't even try to hide his envy when he's...
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. We're the king, of course. And as for Efterveet, in missing out on the presidency, he's...
You're all here.
You must be Rairir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes,
You're clearly a person of...
It's my brother.
Vedderfanir. And does this mean the king's circle...
It has nothing to do with trust. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the universe.
And also because you're slimy.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be...
Dane, what do you...
Rescue Vedderfanir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the...
That's far too...
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedafenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his... My blade will force the king to see the heir...
So, Vedafenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear. The extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. The question... You have noble ambitions, Dane. But I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like...
A letter of pardon? The chances of the Vinster King... This black fog over the board must have another mystery.
Author Thelindis, over the course of this week, research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding Moon Marrow. Firstly, its origins have... However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome. An enormous amount of power is then required to make matters worse. I am now the only staff member remaining. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing... I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. But if we really made it... for you. I heard you're gonna...
The Lindis.
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back... You never saw him, and I don't...
What if he finds out that you
Don't be silly.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match. Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet, I don't want to lose him. But enough about that.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you...
A red moon?
That's right. Our moon.
I promise
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. It's light, no matter how long.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this... You know what happens to those who betray the throne?
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne.
If you have any love left for...
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatir and Rod... My job is to enter the prison, stay...
Look after my brother. Draw your blade.
This place found you. Hello. surprised? Oh.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded.
I'm curious.
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of warning. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions.
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both eyes and locked you away. Dane asked for my help.
Everything is... I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future...
Forgive my curtness, but you can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your... There are things the king...
He wasn't entirely wrong.
Until what?
Just now.
Well, tonight could go...
I sense hatred in you. But this is not the end. It is... There are many men of honor and courage in this... Is that a dagger? Interesting. What?
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But
Of course not.
We could be.
You mean, you're...
Yes. And I know if there are bigger things, I can't abandon the one I love to see.
In matters of fate, answer, that is the cruelest...
I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head. You show me disaster, but you won't...
My voice? So, it turns out that we are not...
Vedifalnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life. As if...
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. For as long as you live, your story with Thelindis shall not come. It is up to you.
I will hold...
Thank you for setting me free.
Just then, a strange wind.
If I were you, I would head to the Universitas.
The Universitas?
I'm sure we'll be seeing each...
Whatever Vedifalnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him. Monsters? Is this Rheindar's doing? Or the Universitas Magistrorum? Out of my way!
Hold on to your hats. Try and stop me!
Strike a pose!
Crumble!
Couldn't transcend.
The Universitas. Allegedly, the king installed secret... But if they were ever gonna activate...
Help! Help!
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me!
That sounded like an explosion. What other means does the... And given it's a major center of Abyss research, anyone over at the
Burn it down!
Gather!
Rise with the sun!
It all adds up.
Stabilize!
Can't hide the truth.
Wrath from the skies!
Take me up!
the truth.
Stabilize!
It all adds up.
Burn it down! Locked on! Open fire! Open fire! Fire in the hole!
Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here. No more lies.
May I present?
Gather!
Let's fly.
Bullseye!
Monsters at the university. Oh no, it's no use. Of course, I'm done for. Ah! Stay back.
What's that?
Rear. So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Cylindus? No, don't do it! Cylindus! Cylindus!
I told you, Rerir. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know a way? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Rerir, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair, desire. We all have our own.
Rerir.
Cylindus?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rerir? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice.
Then, you can give me your answer.
So that's how... A month viewing other people's thoughts in a nutshell. His past is filled with Everyone,
How are you holding up? Feeling up?
She's fine. Boss is a.
yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rarir's life through my thoughts.
I mostly agree. However, I would not consider.
Sounds to me like...
That's not what I meant.
Then try to remember that now. As for you,
Cool.
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others. Yehoda?
Yes, boss.
That's more like it.
Forgive my curiosity.
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff. That boss is too lazy.
Is that right?
If something is in any case, there's nothing I dislike. Oh no.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not a